hit wonders.
Yeah, yeah. I hate to say it, but the whole time we're talking, I haven't been live, so we're gonna skip back to a bunch of this shit.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So again, I'm sorry, Michelle and I have been talking for about the last 15 minutes about songs we find that are funny. So guess what? We're gonna talk about it again.
Perfect.
So one of the ones I was talking about, Michelle and I are talking about songs that we misheard lyrics or songs that were one-hit wonders back in the day. My favorite ones we just talked about were some of the ones from Elton John. But that being said, some of the one-hit wonders, Michelle just hit on one I loved, which was Musical Youth. Now, Musical Youth was a band. I believe they were, I want to say, from Africa or some other country that came out of nowhere, and that was their one song, and it was Pasta Doce. And what was the song they were singing? Go ahead, Michelle, sing it again.
Oh, pass the doty down the left-hand side, something like that. I love that song, though. What? I love that song.
And what was the words we thought they were saying?
Ducci? Pass the Ducci?
I always said pass the douchey. I'm like,
Ducci? I don't know what. I don't know what they were passing, but I wanted some of it.
Oh,
pass it right on here.
Pass it down.
Here's another one. Go ahead.
No, you go. Go ahead.
I was going to say this one kind of grosses me out a little bit, but the Vapors turning Japanese.
Oh yeah, I think I'm.
Because you know what that's about.
No, what is it?
He's masturbating.
Oh, I had no idea.
Did you know that?
Oh, he's all. That's like Come On Eileen.
Come on, Eileen. Yeah, he's talking about it's the Vapors, and he's talking about turning Japanese. Oh yeah,
he's got the squinty eyes.
He's got the squinty eyes.
I got it.
Oh my God!
One we talked about a little before, being as I didn't hit the live button, but we're live now. We talked about Benny Bardone's the whole "She's Just 16-year-old" song, and I'm sorry, man. You know, it didn't really hit me until I was probably in my 30s or 40s. I'm like, this cat's singing about having a sexual relationship with a 16-year-old kid.
Yeah, you're 16. You're
beautiful. There's a lot of them.
And you're mine. I mean, 16 is.
What was the other band? She's my cherry pie. Warren.
Yeah.
17 years old, you know. Yeah, I'm like, all about these 16, 17 years old, and even some of the Elvis Presley songs, you know, 16 years old stuff.
Oh, yeah. Well, he married her. She was 16, I think.
Yeah.
Which I think was legal in the South at that time.
I think a lot of stuff is legal in the South around that time.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my God.
Was it Joan Jett that I was talking about?
Joan Jett.
Standing by the jukebox. Was it Joan Jett or who was it? I think it was Joan.
I think it was Joan Jett.
I think it was I Love Rock and Roll.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. I Love Rock and Roll.
Yeah, about her younger fella standing by the jukebox looking like you're 17. No, I'm sorry, Michelle. You're almost my age. Would you be looking at some 17-year-old standing by the jukebox? Besides for babysitting or picking up your dog poop?
There's no way in hell.
You know what's funny is I tell this the funny joke on TikTok I see all the time is, you know, you older guys, stay away from those younger women. Get yourself a woman that can identify a stroke or heart attack.
Exactly right.
And what to do when it happens.
Knows how to read your medical alert bracelet.
Med alert.
Oh my God. Another one-hit wonder that they wore out on MTV, Tony Basil.
Oh yeah.
Mickey, you're so fine. Boy, did that wear me out.
Hey Mickey. Hey Mickey.
That's the one.
Yeah, never heard it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, look, you broke off the path, Michelle, because let's see, MTV when we were kids is not MTV.
It is not.
1995, 94.
It is.
You know, MTV to us, Michelle, they played music videos, and I don't know about you, but I would literally sit in front of the TV all day long watching MTV just to watch the one video I wanted to see.
Absolutely.
And then it went all off onto reality TV and just totally fucked the whole thing.
I didn't even know it was still around, quite honestly.
It's.
I mean, the channel. I didn't know it was still even.
Yeah, it's really not.
So, what was your favorite video? Now that we're talking about.
Oh, I hate to say it, but "Hungry Like the Wolf" was probably probably one of my faves.
Duran Duran. Do you know the first video? And I think it was a one-hit wonder as well. The very first video on MTV. Do you know what it was?
Dire Straits.
No, the very first one. No. I'll tell you, it's the Buggles.
What is it?
Video Killed the Radio
Star.
Video
Killed the Radio Star. I'm sorry. I
believe that was the very first.
I think you might be
right.
I
think it was a one-hit wonder as well. Which I kind of like.
Dire Straits was always one of my favorites too.
Give me the song.
Working for nothing.
Oh, and the chicks for free. Yeah. Heck yeah. I love that. That's a good one. Now we didn't talk about. Well, we did, but we circle back to some of the.
Circle back.
Some of the ones that cracked me up.
Here's back at the top.
Here's a Bon Jovi that I thought was funny. It doesn't make a difference if we make it or not. What is that song again? I can't think of the name of it.
Living on a Prayer.
Living on a Prayer. But the wrong lyrics are, it doesn't make a difference if we're naked or not. And I never heard that one before.
I love it.
What was the gosh, where was it? Oh, the Eddie Money. 2 tickets to paradise. What is it, Rod? Now you know.
2
chickens to the paradise.
2 chickens to paradise. Seriously, I will not be able to listen to most of these songs ever again the rest of my life. Eddie Money will now be known as Paralyzing Chickens for the rest of my life.
It cracks me up. Thomas Dolby is another one-hit wonder I loved.
I used to love Thomas Dolby.
Blinded me with science.
Yeah. Miss Sakamoto, you're beautiful.
You're beautiful. Any Devo? Were you a fan of Devo?
Who wasn't a fan of Devo? Whip It?
I love Devo.
Devo was the shit back in the day.
Devo was the shit. I love their videos.
Burning Down the House?
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite songs.
Talking Heads, right?
Talking Heads. Yeah, Burning Down the House. Devo and Whip It and all that and of course, who can forget, and I'm sure you can appreciate this, Modern English.
Modern English.
I'll Melt With You.
I'll Melt With You.
That was like
Friends. The Friends episode.
Yes, that was like one of the best songs in the 80s ever written.
Here you go. 86753.
Jenny, who can I turn to?
Oh my God.
I hate
it was a good era. 80s.
Oh, 80s were the.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a 70s fan, but.
We first started this podcast. My brother and I started. He's a baby boomer. I'm a Gen Xer, and I told him, I said, look, we're going to talk about what generation was the best, and if anybody says anything other than Gen X, they're fucking lying.
You're full of shit.
Full of shit. Look, Michelle, you and I are deep Gen Xers.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You tell me I challenge you. Challenge you. You tell me any other generation that's brought music, fashion, design, drugs. I don't care. You name it. The 80s.
Movies, horror movies.
Gen X had it all. I mean, it was a plethora of everything. Most of the stuff that we talk about here, as much as my brother's a baby boomer and they, trust me, they had their stuff too, but
sure,
man, Gen Xers really set the pace for every other generation afterwards, in my opinion.
I wouldn't have chosen another, knowing what I know going backwards and fearing what I fear seeing going forward. I would not have picked another generation to.
No. You know, people, I watch these things on TikTok where they're like, Gen X, why are you guys so quiet? Why do you get away with this stuff? Because you don't want to piss us off. Because, we've been there, done that. And like I said, they gave out all the fucks when we were born. So we have no fucks left. So if you want to piss us off and you want to pick a fight, probably the wrong generation to do that with.
Gen X is FAFO, right?
Amen.
FAFO.
Amen. Because look, here's the thing. We're at the age where, yeah, we're tired, but we're not afraid to go to prison.
Right. Right. I'm scared of you. I ain't scared.
I ain't scared.
Oh, I ain't scared.
You can't scare me.
Oh, I got to go back to my Bee Gees real quick. I know we talked about.
Oh, I love Bee Gees.
When we more than a woman. Do you remember what it was? Bald-headed woman.
Bald-headed woman. What do you call me?
You talking to me?
You talking to me?
Oh no! Now we're doing movies. Oh my god! Oh,
you can't. Oh, sorry.
Men Without Hats.
Safety dance.
S. Hey.
Oh, dude! Again, you are hitting all the spots.
I love these one-hit wonders.
Love it.
And that's what the beauty of the 80s really. I mean, 70s had their fair share, but I think the 80s had probably more. If I had to guess, I would say more one-hit wonders. So
we talked about it. Dexy's Midnight Runners. I mean, who else could sing the song "Come On, Eileen" and get away with it in today's day and age?
You're right.
You know what I mean? Now they'd be like, "Oh my god, that's so misappropriate." No, fuck it. She liked it.
I got another one for you. Kaja Gugu.
Kaja Gugu. I love it. God dang.
Shy. Hush, that's a great song.
Hush, hush.
Yeah, that's it. Oh my god. What else do I have on here? Oh, Our House. Do you remember Madness?
Our house in the middle of the street. No, never heard it.
Never heard it.
Again, one of my favorite songs. But you hit one. What was the AC/DC one you said earlier?
Oh, Dirty Deeds.
Dirty Deeds. Done dirt cheap.
Done with sheep.
Done with sheep. Done dirt cheap.
You know what else I was thinking of? And we didn't talk about this before, but I was thinking of songs with weird lyrics. And the first thing that came to mind was Susu Studio. What does that? And I love that song.
You know, there was actually a documentary where he talked about what that means. I can't tell you what it means now, but there's actually a whole
deal
meaning behind it. Yeah, couldn't tell you what the hell it was, but yeah, absolutely.
Studio. I have no idea what that means.
Phil Collins. I'm voting Phil Collins for president myself.
I love Phil Collins. I think he's a hell of a drummer too.
That's how he started off. Genesis. He started off as a drummer for the band Genesis.
I think I love Phil Collins. What was the other one I had? Do you remember that song? I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. There's this.
I can see all the popsicles
in my way. Right? Something like that. Oh, you knew that one.
Standard for that one, yeah.
Yeah, I love that one.
Popsicles, absolutely.
I can see all the popsicles in my way. Oh, what about Soft Cell?
Dude, you're picking all the great tunes.
Tainted Love. Well, I graduated '84. I mean, that was kind of our.
That was the jam.
That was good time. Yeah.
Did you have the big hair back then?
I'm 5'5". When in the '80s, I was about 5'9".
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like you chasing parked cars.
I had a pick. I had long.
Hey, you have to find me a picture.
I will find you a picture.
No, you got to find me a picture. I mean, we're having you.
I had big hair.
We're having you on again. I want to see the big hair Michelle.
Oh my god.
Well, when you and I met, I had hair. So that's how long you and I have known each other. So I actually had hair when we met.
Right, we did. This is true. Oh my god. Oh, wait, I have another great one that Flock of Seagulls.
Flock of Seagulls. Come on now. Stop it.
That's
one of my favorite scenes from The Wedding Singer. When they get to the airport, he's like, "Do you like the Flock of Seagulls?" No, but you do. What was the song they sing? I can't remember.
I Ran.
Oh, I ran so far away.
That's a great video, and they're on a stage that just turns around.
Yeah,
There you
yeah.
go. I miss
Yeah,
those
but that's the
videos.
thing too. You hit it on the head again. Talking about music, and you and I can talk about. Remember that music? Yeah, I remember the video. Well, we're probably one of the few last living generations that actually can say things like that.
Yeah.
Because
It comes
nowadays,
back, right? You hear the song.
nowadays they don't correlate that with
No.
videos anymore. You might have a tidbit here or there or something, but back in the 70s and 80s and even in the early 90s, that was music. Music was correlated with a video that went along with MTV and
Yeah.
what was the other one that came out that was kind of like a
VH1?
VH1, yeah. And they had videos for a while too, but still it nothing like what you and I experienced in the 80s.
No, and album art.
Oh, absolutely. Mike and I had a whole episode on album art, outstanding, like the album cover, like Boston or Van Halen or Pink Floyd or Led Zeppelin or,
Stones.
The Rolling Stones. Yeah. I mean, that was, God, I mean, that
was a big deal.
You can literally define a generation based off of the album cover that you had.
Yeah. Yeah. Magical Mystery Tour comes to mind. The Beatles. I'm a big Beatles fan. Their album artwork I thought was great. They also had a song with I Am the Walrus. Goo Goo Gajoo.
Never heard it.
Never heard. Yeah. I know. I keep coming up with. At some point, we got to get on the same page here, Ron.
Michelle, I'm going to tell you what. Anything you say has to do with music. Again, my brother has been in radio for 45 years.
Yeah.
And I've been in music since I was a wee thing.
Right.
And I tell Mike all the time, one of the things that I enjoy about doing this is the two constants of music and movies make memories.
Yeah.
Because you and I can sit and talk about, and you and I have been friends for a long time, but we haven't really known each other for a long time, but we can bring music into the arena and it's like a instant kinetic relationship.
Yeah.
Music, movies, they all do that kind of stuff. And it's a wonderful thing. Mike and I all sit and talk about music for hours. And you're talking to a guy like Mike, not to puff up my brother, but the dude knows a lot about music. He's met a lot of fantastic musical geniuses in his career and in his life. And it's just fun to hear the stories, and that's part of the reason why I like what we do. Cause that's part of this is telling the stories. Cause you and I are in our, mid to late 50s and a lot of that stuff goes away after a while if you don't talk about it. I don't know if you watched last week or not, but Mike and I posed the question, and I'm going to ask you, Michelle, when's the last time you went out and flew a kite?
70s.
You know what I mean? Something just that dumb and that simple, but you're just like, your brain will go back to, oh shit, that was 1989. That was 1994. I was in Griffith Park and blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
And that's what it's about. It's bringing back the memories of the things that we should keep at the forefront. But as we get older, it just kind of goes away.
Yeah, I love that. And you guys, and your brother does have some great stories. Just when he comes up with movies, like last time we chatted, I think he'd given backgrounds about movies, like how Belushi was only in Animal House for 4 minutes or something ridiculous, right? But he gets all the credit for the. So
but that was also the episode. He's like, I'm ill prepared to be on here this evening because I didn't take notes. I'm like, shut up.
See, my problem is I can't remember. I gotta write it down.
I always say the 80s were really good to me, so I have no sense of smell and a really bad memory.
That's right. It was a great decade for that. Oh God.
All right, Michelle, what do you got? We're about 25 minutes into it. Got a few more minutes to go. Do you got anything else in your notepad or just anything?
And I don't know what we did and what we did. I know way back I started with Jet Airliner.
Do it again.
Jed and Delilah, big old Jed and Delilah. I can't get away from that one. I love that.
I have to say, I've never heard that one. I'm a big Steve Miller fan.
Because it was a friend of mine in Atlanta. We'll just put it that way. But
And how much were you guys drinking?
how do you? Yeah, a little bit. And I said, "What are you singing?"
So I don't know if we covered
Jed
this.
and Delilah. I go, you know the song's about flying, right?
But if I did, I'll repeat it. But yeah, Michelle has one song that I will never ever hear again from Stefani. We were at work one day. Michelle and I used to work at Home Depot together a long time ago, and I was the song "Ain't No Holler Back" was on singing, and Michelle's like, "Yeah, I used to have this friend of mine used to sing this song, but she always sing it. Ain't no Harlem Black Girl."
Ain't no Harlem Black Girl.
Do you remember that? Telling me that?
Not until you said it.
Oh my God! Ever since then, that's all I hear now. Ain't no Harlem Black Girl. Ain't no Harlem Black Girl. Oh my God!
Oh,
I curse you at least twice a year, just so you know.
That's awesome. Listen, I can't remember what I did yesterday until somebody tells me. Oh my God!
So, what did you do yesterday?
What did I do? I worked.
Huh?
The usual.
I feel you.
Well, yeah, thankful to have a job. What was another one I'm trying to think of more one-hit wonders that where the videos come back.
Oh man.
There are far too many, I think, in the 80s, right?
What was the Fine Young Cannibals always comes
Good
to
thing.
mind.
Good thing.
Yes, right? That was another one. I don't think they had a whole lot of one, but yeah, back in those days, yeah, Good Thing was one.
Milli Vanilli.
Milli Vanilli. Well, that wasn't really them singing, so
no,
the best lip sync. But I tell you what, best lip sync group ever.
Right.
Agreed?
There should be a category.
Yeah, well, one of them's dead now, but you know, it's a 50-50.
Right. 50-50. Milli Vanilli.
Milli Vanilli. For those of you that don't know Milli Vanilli, GTS, and that is short for old people saying Google that shit, because it was the scandal of the times.
The decade, right?
I'm sorry. Did you not feel cheated?
Yes, because I like their music.
Yeah, I felt cheated.
I mean, I did. Now I can't think of it. Now the song escapes me. They had a couple actually good songs.
Blame it on the rain.
There you go.
Yeah, I never heard it, but yeah, they had quite a few songs. I felt cheated.
They had the look, though.
They did, didn't they?
They had the look.
They did.
I mean, they were really
That's another good song. The look.
The look.
The look. There's a couple. Oh, and you want to talk about derogatory songs, which you talked about earlier about young folk, but this may not have been young folk, but Prince, Darling Nikki.
Oh, yeah.
I met a girl named Nikki. I guess you could say she was a sex fiend. Met her in a hotel lobby, masturbating with a magazine. You know, finish it off, Michelle.
Good songs. They're all good songs, Ron, until you make them dirty.
Why are you blushing?
Must be the beer. Let me take
it. It must be the beer.
Oh my God. That's a great song.
That's a killer.
I forgot about that one.
But I will tell you, Prince had some songs that were,
really good.
Would take you there. Absolutely. But Darling Nikki was always one of my favorites.
Little Red Corvette.
Little Red Corvette.
Raspberry Beret, right?
That was another song I always joke to. She ate a raspberry parfait, the kind you buy at the Dairy Queen store. Which is not the lyrics, just so you know.
Not the lyrics, no.
Yeah, she wore a raspberry beret, the kind you find at a secondhand store.
Secondhand store.
Not
Very
a different store. No, Prince was a lyrical genius, the musical genius. The guy could literally play anything. He was way a level above where he should have been in his time.
Yeah, and Purple Rain, right? That was a great movie too.
What a waste of life. I'm sorry, and I don't mean to be, but what a waste of a way to go.
Right. Yeah. That's
you know what I mean? I mean, to die in your house in your own personal elevator, it's like
no.
But you know what? They live entirely different lives than you and I.
Completely different. Completely different. I can't even imagine.
I don't think I'd want to. Would you? I mean, it's
no, I wouldn't trade. Too much pressure, right?
Right. People that are in the limelight, that are in that life. I mean, your life is subject to scrutiny 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You and I can get home from work and go to bed, and nobody's sitting out in front of my house trying to see what I'm doing.
Exactly. Plus, with social media.
Oh my God!
It makes it a million times worse, right?
It's such a double-edged sword. I like it and I hate it both at the same time.
Yeah, no way. I wouldn't trade.
It keeps me connected with my friends and my family, with you and other people. But on the other side, if you're on that side of the coin, it's almost like bad. Like, you can't get away from it. You can't get away from other people.
No, your life is not normal, right?
No,
your life is not normal. I couldn't imagine.
Well, it's not normal until you die, or you take your life, or somebody takes your life, and all of a sudden, whoa, you're news again.
Right.
And I don't mean to get on the sour things, but yeah, it's I think anything that's like you and I talked about in the beginning, Michelle, if we had social media and the stuff we had back then, you and I might still be in some trouble. But nowadays, can you literally, with a sane conscience, say that you could get away with anything we got away with back when we were kids?
No, absolutely not. And I'm still grounded, by the way.
How old did they tell you?
That's for stuff I fessed up to. So can you imagine if I got caught for the things I didn't fess up to? I think
Michelle backstage.
I think I'm off grounded in what year is this?
25.
I think 27.
I told Michelle backstage, I'm like, both my parents are dead, and I still fear them more than any person living. I still fear getting grounded now at my age.
I don't listen. My mother had a saying. She goes, "I will slap you in the middle of next week." And one time I told her Friday would be good.
Yeah, could you knock me to Friday?
That was a mistake.
Yeah,
she
right.
the chair.
I was going to ask you, how well did that work out for you?
Yeah, well, I had braces and my lips were all. It was not good.
So you got slapped on Wednesday twice?
I wound up Friday. I got to Friday all right.
It was next Friday.
Next Friday, the Friday after that. Yeah, she didn't.
Shit.
I love that.
Michelle, thank you so much again for joining me. We're about 30 minutes in, and I always have a good time with you. And I greatly appreciate you filling in for Mike tonight. And Mike couldn't make it tonight because Amarillo sucks. That's the short version of it.
Right.
Having bad weather out there. They got some snow and some wind going on. His internet may not have been that good, but always my friend Michelle, she's awesome. Love you. Gonna have you guys come into the house and have to cook for you guys sometime pretty soon. And other than that, love you guys. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you next week. Bye, Michelle.